David Wilcock and Dannion Brinkley video, Prophecies Fulfilled. Part 2. David Wilcock and Dannion Brinkley video, Prophecies Fulfilled. Part 2. June 26, 2020 by Cat. Spaceships by Gilbert Williams. David Wilcock is a best-selling author, professional lecturer, filmmaker and researcher of ancient civilizations, consciousness science and new paradigms of energy and matter. His books The Source Field Investigations, The Synchronicity Key and The Ascension Mysteries were New York Times bestsellers. Wilcock is also a consulting producer for and appears regularly on the History Channel's hit show, Ancient Aliens. He's been in over 600 television episodes in total. Dannion Brinkley is world-renowned for having 4 near-death experiences. His books outlining his experiences in the afterlife, Saved by the Light and At Peace in the Light, were New York Times and international bestsellers. He has sold more than 22 million books. In Part 1 of the June 21, 2020 Wilcock, Brinkley video, Brinkley revealed that he's worked in the intelligence community since the 1970s and held a security clearance for 48 years. Brinkley's security clearance was just upgraded to a high counterintelligence level in the last few days. I found this an inspiring quote from Brinkley's book Saved by the Light. I had gained the knowledge that I could use to correct my life. I could hear the being's message in my head as if through telepathy. Humans are powerful spiritual beings meant to create good on Earth. This good isn't usually accomplished in bold actions but in singular acts of kindness between people. It's the little things that count because they are more spontaneous and show who you truly are. I was elated. I now knew the simple secret to improving humanity. The amount of love and good feelings that you have at the end of your life is equal to the love and good feelings you put out during your life. It was just that simple. Dannion Brinkley, 1. As a child of the 60s, I've heard that beautiful idea in song. And in the end the love you take is equal to the love you make. The Beatles, The End, September 26, 1969. I present Part 2 of my transcription of the June 21, 2020 Wilcock, Brinkley video and I wholeheartedly concur with what they say. It is time for the official disclosure of extraterrestrials on Earth. It is time for the truth about what's really been going on for the last millenniums on Earth, who exactly the deep state/cabal/Illuminati are and why they have been systematically destroying Gaia, her kingdoms and humanity. It is time for humanity to wake up to our divinity and immortality, to understand who we are and where we came from. It is time for the implementation of Jazara and the immediate release of 6,000 patents of technologies that have been suppressed by the deep state for over 100 years, that will vastly improve the quality of life for Earth, her kingdoms and humanity. I hope you enjoy David and Dannion. They are fascinating, informative and helpful, especially in this topsy-turvy now moment during the ascension of Gaia, kingdoms, humanity, and galaxy. David Wilcock has a rare gift of being able to sift through cabal deception and come up with facts and plans behind the Illuminati veil. He's brilliant at it. These men inspire me to realize, to absolutely know without a doubt, that we can have right this minute, a miraculous, pristine and exciting world, cities of light, rainbow skies, peace, truth, happiness, health, abundance, brilliance, creativity, innovation, kindness, reverence for all life, no more harm, interdimensional, time and space travel by craft or thought, and more wonders than I can imagine. I'm so grateful to them both. With blessings of peace, health and abundance for all, we are goddess, sovereign, free. Zoe, Cat. Wilcock and Dannion 300 by 149 1. PNG. David Wilcock and Dannion Brinkley video, Prophecies Fulfilled. Part 2. Transcribed by Cat. www.youtube.com web link. 36 hours 55 minutes David Wilcock reading from President Trump's remarks at the World Economic Forum, Davos, Switzerland on January 21, 2020, This totally sounds like disclosure. Davos Renarx 300 by 174 1. PNG. But the wonders of the last century will pale in comparison, David, include smartphones and all that stuff, to what today's young innovators will achieve because they are doing things that nobody thought even feasible to begin. We continue to embrace technology, not to shun it. When people are free to innovate, millions will live longer, happier, healthier lives. 3. 37 hours 0 minutes David, what else could it be but anti-gravity and free energy? Jazara. 4. 37 hours 20 minutes Dannion Brinkley, think how wild this is in my 70 years to where it was a spoof and then in the 50s we started talking about extraterrestrials, we had movies. That's all driven from Roswell. Understand there were 2 crashes like 4 days apart. There was another one. 5. When you look at the innovation of what's happening, we have electrical cars. A car company taking us to the space station and back and landing on its own landing pad. On a barge in the Atlantic Ocean. And it just did it again and took 50 more satellites. 38 hours 8 minutes This is so remarkable and the remarkability about what he's describing and bringing forth. Come on everybody. All that stuff that you've been made fun of. And that people don't believe what we're talking about. And the innovations that we're capable of. We have plasma weapons. We have laser weapons. Nikola Tesla death rays. We have all of these things in the arsenal. Do you hear anything about it? No. But do they exist? Yes. 39 hours 2 minutes David, well you have personally met an insider, who we're not making public at this time, and had long conversations with him and with me here in this house. A guy who personally worked at Area 51. Who personally built 8 different types of working anti-gravity systems. And we're trying to get this going now and we appear to have the approval to do so. What is your opinion of this insider from having personally spoken to him for hours? 39 hours 26 minutes Dannion, there's literally no doubt that this guy's telling the truth, David. And not only that, the nonsensical approach that he takes to inertia-driven craft. He doesn't say anti-gravity. David, right, it's called inertial propulsion, how he describes it and how he compares it to craft we now have. And how much fun, I won't say cynical. But what he knows equal to what we are presenting as weapons of war, is silly. You can go all the way back to the Germans and the Bell. 6. I've never been into UFO stuff. I only know these couple of things and I have a couple of pictures that defy it. But when the President of the United States says it's interesting, and he's making these kind of statements, there is an interaction without any question that's going on, but we, once again, must push it. 40 hours 29 minutes David, well let's go into this for just a second. We have a lot of slides I want to get to. 41 hours 0 minutes Dannion, I'd like to say this before we start diving in. Come on everybody, please, through the course of this program, please pay attention to your breathing. It becomes so important that right now we pay attention to how shallow or how deep we're breathing. So as we're celebrating the beginning of summer and we're celebrating Father's Day, let's all celebrate and have gratitude about our breath. So please take a deep breath. Please settle in. And as you listen, feel this information. 41 hours 43 minutes David, well Dannion, I find it kinda strange. That basically what you're saying is everybody in the intelligence community above middle management knows that we have reverse-engineered flying craft that would be able to take us. Apparently they're interstellar capable because they would have had to come from somewhere else to get here. 42 hours 0 minutes Dannion, hyperdrive was the term. I don't really know what hyperdrive is. But I remember the term and remember once asking what was hyperdrive? Only once. Somebody said jump time and space. Somebody who, like the guy who was here, this nuclear physicist. Very factual. 42 hours 47 minutes Dannion, David, you're talking about the guy who builds inertia-driven craft, He keeps reinforcing the fact that we are so close. Based on the things that comes from the boxes of knowledge. We're so close of expanding who we are. Now think of this. Last week NASA came to a conclusion that there's at least 36 planets in our galaxy, the Milky Way, that has intelligent life. 7. Think of them to say that. Realizing that there are 40 billion possible Earth-like planets. First, it makes me realize just how stupid they think we are. And second, the fact that they will now go on record that there's 36. How in the world and what would make them come to that conclusion? Because they see water? Intelligent life is not amoebas, okay? So that in itself last week reinforces communication. 44 hours 6 minutes David, well, it definitely looks like there's a plan in place to get this going. But to get back to the question I was setting up here. If you have everybody from mid-levels on higher in the intelligence community that knows that this is going on, clearly we can see the benefit to this planet if this technology was declassified. Why do people think it is being kept secret? Or is it a general understanding that there is a force in place that will keep it secret? 44 hours 40 minutes Danyan, well, this is just a personal reflection. And this is things I hear old-timers say. You listen to them and you think, well, why are they not telling people this? He said, think about this, Danyan. If you can jump through space and you have a craft, how many miles per gallon do you think it's getting? And how much gasoline do you think that fool holds? Laughter. Now this is a guy, I was in my 30s, he was in his 60s, so he's been around, David, and he's done lots of these classified missions, yeah. Been around. And a good old boy from Tennessee. And he says how many miles per gallon a jumping through spaceship gets? And the fact that there are craft that have this kind of propulsion systems. What happens to the oil industry? What happens to the electrical energy? What happens to the forces that control us and the powers that we think moves us into the modern age if it's not petrochemically driven, or gas or oil driven? Elon Musk 300 by 169-1. JPG. Well, the very moment that we knew there was a craft, okay? Roswell, look at what our rockets are. Hydrogen. Liquid hydrogen. Look at the stupidity. We're using hydrogen now. What is taking SpaceX, Elon Musk's rocket, is liquid hydrogen and water. It's what the propulsion is. 8. Elon Musk's SpaceX Falcon 9 blastoff with NASA astronauts Do Hurley and Robert Behnken May 30, 2020. 47 hours 48 minutes Danyan Kant, the Russians was nothing but heavy fuel burning enormous amounts of fuel. Oil, petro-driven. So what happens to who controls our life if you knew there was an engine? What Nikola Tesla described and even did drawings on it. And that there were more than us out there. What happens to religion? You have religion that has to face the fact that we're not the only ones here, which is devastating, number 1. Number 2, the oil industry disappears. The control mechanism that drives the economy and the growth of us. I just saw they're launching a test on an airplane that works off electricity, that moves based on the wind moving over the top of the wing. The wave of the air moving over the top of the wing is enough at above 40,000 feet. When you start hearing that kind of stuff, that you're going to have an electrical plane that you're gonna fly on. What's next? Inertia driven is the only thing next. And this is something else funny. I happened to meet the guy who invented the Rodin coil. David nodding, yeah, Marco Rodin, 8. 48 hours 30 minutes Danyan Kant. Probably one of the craziest people I ever met. But I saw this coil operate by myself at 68 years old, saw free energy. I saw inertial-driven coil. He had it. It was easy to start up. He could do it with a 9-volt battery. I saw it operate. Once you stand and you see something like that and then you read about it. Everything becomes possible in this side of the veil. Where I know that on the other side of the veil even more is possible. But as it moves forward on this side of the veil, I have seen it. 49 hours 26 minutes David, So if everybody in the mid to upper levels of the intelligence community knows that we are hiding this technology because it would damage the economy, it would damage the use of oil, then clearly, there would also be a widespread understanding of a control system. That there is some sort of control system that is keeping us from going to this next level. Danyan, and religion, well, they're afraid of upsetting religion. Danyan, but this is another thing I just discovered. You know, when you start looking at all this stuff you've been talking about for years. 50 hours 0 minutes. Who is the main funder of all the observatories on the Earth that looking into telescopes into space? The Catholic Church. David, the Vatican was what I was going to say. Yeah, the Catholic Church knows something from all of those things that have been gathered through the thousands of years by the Church. 10. 50 hours 30 minutes. Danyan Kant, one of the coolest things that made me come to realizations. I was in India once, David, on a project, intelligence project. David, you gotta learn how to talk in a new way. You can't just say what really happened. Danyan, well, I have to. I know what an NDA is. My security upgrade on my clearance was counterintelligence. These were asides on being careful about what to say on a public video. They took me to a temple that was carved out of a single rock. In India, and they carved from the top down. There is absolutely no way it could be done. There is no way. Like all this stuff I've seen in my life, now that I've put extraterrestrials into my domain as a concept. I mean, I've been all over Central and South America. I've been all over every place where there's anything that resembles a pyramid. Because I've been fixated on that for years and years. But once you start incorporating that they were here, ETs, and you see these monuments that are carved so distinctly. And you see these chambers like in Malta and in Turkey. They are identical. The same chamber cut in such a way that the harmonic sound is in a perfect pitch. David, like Cappadocia, Turkey. 52 hours 28 minutes. David, there are multiple floors underground that are all right on top of each other like they had some kind of GPS or something. And why would they need to live underground? Why would they do all that work? To carve out these huge areas underground for multiple thousands of people to live in? 52 hours 47 minutes. Danyan, and how? David, how did they do it, right? You have a piece of copper, some wood and a rock. When you start to look at all these structures that existed, that is no way they are explaining it. I've been in 94 countries and 48 states. So I've seen stuff that no matter what you try to tell me at the time and the tools they were supposedly using, there is no way possible they could have built that. Especially in northern Bolivia and on the Peruvian-Bolivian border. There is absolutely no way. I was there doing National Geographic. And it's colder than hell on this mountain. And there's holes drilled through these rocks 2 to 4 feet, David. Oh yeah, the boreholes that are laser control perfect. They were shooting lasers down through those holes. They had to be at least 20,000 years old. They had to have been built. Then something would have had to happen to create ruins. They figured that those holes they drilled was how they moved the stones. Which makes sense until you shoot a laser beam down the hole and the hole is perfect? 54 hours 44 minutes, David, right, the laser shows up the whole way down, it's perfect? It's perfect? We have no device that exists on the Earth today, not even a diamond drill, that is capable of drilling that 20,000-year-old hole. 55 hours 1 minute. David, well, on Ancient Aliens, on History Channel, we covered these amazing underground caves that have been found in China that you hardly ever hear about. And you can see that it looks like everything was drilled, and considering how tight space would be, and space would be at a premium if you're building an underground base. The ceilings are like well over 20 feet tall. Everything was carved out of the solid rock. It's huge. 55 hours 32 minutes. Danyan, unbelievable, but the best part, David, is when you go. I want people to understand there is no way you could build it today. No matter how much talk, no matter what you say, It could not happen. And they started from the top of the rock. It sits in a rock. India, no way we could do it today. It is magnificently carved. 56 hours 13 minutes. So all of a sudden for me, being around you and listening to the kind of conversations that go on in the world of David Wilcock. I promise you everybody, you cannot believe the stories that I get a chance to eavesdrop on and listen to. Nothing like what you're being heard here, even greater and more phenomenal. But what it's done for me is it's opened my mind to the potential of a broader viewpoint. Not only the magnificence of us who are here, but the magnificence that is being kept from us for reasons that they say we're not capable of handling. Cat note, grrrrrrrrr. 57 hours 2 minutes. Danyan Kant, well. I'm capable of handling inertia energy. I'm capable of reviewing my religious viewpoint because I had to review my religious viewpoint from being dead, okay? So a few aliens, and a couple of spacecraft and a fleet in 1954. A fleet of designed spacecraft cigar-shaped, kilometers long, going to Mars in 1954. Written about in William Tompkins' Selected by Extraterrestrials Volume 2, Why Would He, Tompkins, Lie? 58 hours 0 minutes. It becomes important that we get the chance to look at this kind of stuff and know that it's real. And that I can hear it in a coffee shop from a guy that's going back to his teenage years. But this is something else. 58 hours 10 minutes. Danyan Kant, for everybody who is listening to this, if you have an NDA, because I know I have an NDA, non-disclosure agreement, if you have an NDA and you're old. David, don't get us in trouble now, and you're old like me. And I really have nothing to use. Literally nothing to lose. Come forward. Come and tell us. You don't have to tell David, just come and tell me. Because I don't care what they do. I'm going to tell you. 58 hours 41 minutes. David, well, I appreciate that. It is always great when we get new whistleblowers. And Tompkins' book is the biggest new whistleblower development we've had this year. It's really exciting. I can't wait to read it. I know I'm going to find all kinds of cool stuff in there that I've seen and heard from other people. 59 hours 0 minutes. As you know, Danyan, the anti-gravity guy that you met through me and you've had hours and hours of conversation with now, came directly through Pete Peterson, who I met in 2009. And when I met Pete Peterson in 2009, he was always talking about this guy. 59 hours 21 minutes. And he was describing how he had been in Antarctica, that he'd worked with extraterrestrials, and worked in Area 51. He had 8 different ways to make anti-gravity. 59 hours 30 minutes. David Kant, the story is really interesting because we are moving forward. There are contracts being put out now for hover cars, and our company is the only one offering inertial propulsion solution. So this is actually happening. We're right in the process of getting money lined up for these things to take place. I'm just not going to be more specific until we know we actually have it. Because that's the big key. David Kant, suffice it to say, our goal is to have commercially available, affordable hover cars that you can park in your garage. That's the size of a car. They don't go above a 1,000-foot altitude. We're getting the zoning regulations then. Renault Hovercar 300 by 154 1. PNG. But seriously, affordable hover cars are the goal, and it's much closer than we think, and I know because I'm working in that vein. And you've seen this, Danyan. Not only can you visualize what I'm talking about, cues, you've seen it. Renault Hovercar named the float. 1 hours and 29 seconds. Danyan, not only can I visualize it, everybody, but let me tell you something. Because I'm not going to give up any information. I can guarantee you what he's saying. I've listened to the 6 and 7 people on the board members and the interaction between the billionaires and how they're all jockeying for position. 1 hours and 55 seconds. David, good billionaires. We're not taking any cabal deep state Illuminati money whatsoever. 1 hours and 57 seconds. Danyan, and I've seen them get eliminated. I've seen those people collectively, mostly pushed by David and this physicist, to drive and not take billions of dollars from certain people. And to say no. When other people on the board says yes, why don't we do it? But it's trying to stay pure and trying to stay clean and keep it from being controlled, and there are people who are trusting enough to see this. 1:02 and 7 seconds. I'm kind of excited about it, everybody, because the fact that Donald Trump in a campaign sponsored and paid for an interview made it where we can openly talk about it. We can openly push for disclosure. And please, make it a part of your life. Go to your elected official. They gotta come home to go back to Washington. We gotta take this piece of information and we need to push it on them. Make the representatives know we want to know. They cannot keep it from us if they make it part of an election cycle.